There is a cost that you have to consider when it comes to saying yes to people. There is a very heavy cost to consider when it comes to going around and saying yes to what others would like for you to do for them. There is a cost. It is a hidden cost, but eventually it will always show up. There is a cost that you have to consider. Yeah. It may not look like it when you're saying yes to someone today, when you're saying yes to someone in the season, when you're going out of your way to simply say, yes, I'm going to be a nice person, I'm going to simply agree to whatever request you're putting on the table. And as a matter of fact, as far as I can see right now, nothing's going to be impacted if I decide to take my time. If I decide to take my time, if I decide to take my time to actually attend to what you're asking me to do. And again, we're talking about your time. There is a cost, because what you think is your time is actually not always your time. Because your time, when you look at it properly, is something that you should be allocating to the things that's supposed to be making you outstanding. Your time is the only finite resource that has been given to you in order for you to actually go on and manifest the masterpiece you were designed to be. Your time is the only thing that was given to you in order for you to take that resource and go use it to be planted where you're supposed to be planted. Your time is something that's supposed to be used to go on and be in the dark and stay in the dark for as long as it takes in order for the greatness within you to actually start germinating. Your time is something that's supposed to be used in order for you to go on to simply have this sense of focus as far as what you do is concerned. Your time is not so much your time. When you decide that yes, my time, it's my time, my body, it's my time, my decision to do whatever you want to do in this season, my friend, then you're simply overlooking one key aspect as far as leadership is concerned. There is a cost to saying yes. And when you start saying yes to many requests that have absolutely nothing to do with who you are called to be as an individual, what's happening is slowly but surely you are simply eroding or basically taking away from your purpose. And before you know it, you go to realize that, my goodness, I've spent all this amount of time doing all different crazy things, but I'm not feeling fulfilled. You are not feeling fulfilled because you're using, quote unquote, your time to do the wrong things. So basically, there's a mismatch between what you are called to be and what you are doing right now. And because there's a mismatch, you are always going to be running basically in the treadmill like a rat, ever ending, and you look around and the results are not there. You are always going to be basically the one person, the one leader, or the one working within your company, within your organization that's always working. But the more you work, there seems to be more work that you need to consider. You are always going to be the one that always basically on as far as work is concerned, and your family is looking to see, but yes, it's fantastic. You're working all these hours, but when you look at your paycheck, when you look at the result, it's not really there. Again, when it comes to saying yes to requests out there, as far as life is concerned, as far as business is concerned, you have to consider as a leader, because you may not have the title within your organization, but you have to see yourself as a leader. As a matter of fact, it's a funny thing. People like Ayrton Senna, when he was driving the car for Tolman Hard in 1984, he was not quote unquote the leader. He was basically the rookie upon which the company decided to set the eyes. It was basically an act of mercy. It was basically like the Ospedale della Pietà in Venice back in the days, basically looking on this poor child that nobody wanted to actually bring into the home. The Ospedale della Pietà simply said, we're going to take you on. Same thing for Ayrton Senna. It was basically the one driver that 99% of other companies didn't want to actually have. But Tolman decided to have mercy on Ayrton Senna and take him on as a rookie. So he was not a leader. But as a leader, what you have to consider, you have to simply say to yourself, yes, I may not have the title of being a leader, but I have to act like one. I may not have the position of leadership as far as this company is concerned, because I'm a rookie, I'm a new guy that nobody wanted to want. So basically they took a chance on me. It was a gamble. And number three, yes, I don't make that much, so I'm not really a proven asset as far as this company is concerned, but I'm still going to act as a leader. So as a leader, one thing I decided to do is very quickly, yes, I'm going to make sure that I know, I understand intuitively that there is a cost to being saying yes to things as far as requests are concerned. Social gathering, there is a cost to start saying yes to all kind of different social gathering, getting together. There is a cost to start basically looking around and trying to be everything to everyone around me. There is a cost to basically always being available. There is a cost to always be checking all the different things happening right, left, center. There is a cost. There is a cost to saying yes. There is a cost to say, because the most I'll be saying yes to all the different things, what is happening, I'll be saying no to me. So similarly, the more you are saying yes to all the different requests on the table, you are actually saying no to yourself. The more you are trying to be Mr. or Miss or Mrs. Nice person out there in the community, the more you are saying no to yourself. And if you don't understand this, then there's going to be a problem. In 1503, to go back to the example that we've been talking about over the past few days, in 1503, when all the other artists in this small town of, I believe, Florence, where this gentleman was actually living, when all the other artists found out that there was a middle-class family, maybe upper middle-class family, but not really upper echelon. This wealthy family, doing very well by the standards, but it was not the wealthiest family, was looking for someone to come paint a portrait of the wife, Mrs. Gerardini Giocondo. All the other artists simply say, no, we can't be saying focusing on this, because it's not the highest our eye as far as we are concerned. It's not going to be the highest return on our investment when it comes to time, because they were so busy saying yes to all other requests out there. They were looking at all the rich customers, rich patrons within the city. They say, yes, this person will pay me $600,000 for just to put one stroke of my genius on the walls. This other will pay me $2 million to come spend 2 weeks in the house just to paint this portrait for them. This other will pay me $10 million. So there's a lot of money. But this other person, well, we don't know how much the Giocondo was willing to pay. But it must have been actually not a high-paying job, because all the other artists simply say, no, why should we consider this? We should be considering the other one. So because they wanted to go say yes to the highest paying job, because they wanted to say yes to all other requests out there, they failed to realize that the yes to all other requests was going to come at a great cost as far as history is concerned, as far as the legacy is concerned. But because he was the underdog at the time, he was actually one of the oldest person as far as life is concerned, because 1503, he was born in 1452, and guess what? Around that time, anyone over age 40 was already an old man, so it was basically on the decline. So he was seen as the underdog as far as the community of artists is concerned. But what happened is, so yes, Da Vinci, when he was saying basically considering painting this portrait that came to be known as the Mona Lisa, he said to himself, yes, he intuitively understood that yes, there is a cost to saying yes to all these other requests out there. I'm on the decline right now. I'm the underdog right now. So if I keep doing the same thing as everybody else around me, I'll be getting the same result as everyone around me. So I need to do something completely different. I need to understand there is a cost to saying yes to all these other requests. There is a cost to saying yes to all these other stimuli out there competing for our attention. There is a real cost. It may not look like it, but there is a real cost. So if I say yes, if I dare saying yes to any other request out there, I'll be saying no to me. Say no, I'm not going to be saying yes to all these other requests. I'll be saying no. I'll be the person that people think is crazy. I've been saying no to all these other requests coming from rich customers, from rich patrons. I'll be saying basically yes to me. I'll be saying simply yes to the one job that I believe is going to give me a chance to simply gel prepare myself in a very specific place as far as the books of history are concerned. So I'll be saying basically no to these people over there that bombard me with requests. I'll be simply saying yes to this one particular job, which was basically painting the portrait of the Mona Lisa. And as soon as he did that, my friend, guess what? That's how basically he was able now to differentiate himself and go from just being one of the artists among some of the amazing artists between 1452 and 1503 by simply becoming now actually one of the leading figures as far as his time is concerned. His portrait, Mona Lisa, when you go to the Louvre in France, is still, of course, a private possession for the country known as France. So why am I talking about this? Because as far as your life is concerned, you have to ask yourself the key question today. What are the three, not five, not 6, not 10, what are the three key things you should be considering in order for you to be outstanding in your position right now? Write it down. When you know exactly what you're supposed to do as far as your assignment is concerned, not for your company, not for your organization, not for your family, but for yourself. What are the three things you should be considering or focusing on in order for you to be the best version of yourself as far as your purpose is concerned? When you actually find it out, write it down on a piece of paper. Now, always keep it front and center as far as everything you do. Now, when requests are coming to you, just consider this one key thing. Just put it down, a big bold letter, cost, C-O-S-T. There is a cost to saying yes as far as life is concerned. For every yes you be saying for any request coming from people out there, you have basically a great chance of be saying no to yourself. So you saying no to yourself is always looking at yourself. What are the three things that I'm supposed to be focusing on to be outstanding? So this one request that's coming my way, does it speak to it? How does it support my purpose? How does this new request support my purpose? Yes, it could be an emergency. It could be a very important request. It could be some very prominent people. But always ask yourself the key question: how does it speak to who I'm called to be? How does it speak to who I'm called to be? How does it support my big dreams? If it's not supporting one of my big dreams, then saying yes to this request is basically saying no to me. And because I can't afford to be saying no to myself, I have to say no to you. And that's where you have to simply train yourself, learn to acquire the discipline to simply put yourself first. Because when you learn to put yourself first as far as your purpose is concerned, that's how slowly but surely you're going to basically start differentiating yourself from anybody else out there doing exactly the same thing as you.